Wow, it's hard to believe we're here again doing Bible study. And remember, these Bible studies are a little different because we are applying the Word of God. And we have Brother Lamont with us tonight. Hey, sir, how you doing?
Doing good, doing great, great.
Man, good. It's good to have you in. So tell us your name and, man, where you from?
My name is Lamont Howell. I'm from Kinston, North Carolina.
Chi-Town.
Chi-Town.
I don't know if they call it Chi-Town anymore, but I remember back in the 80s, Chi-Town.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to give a shout out to that high school?
I went to North High School, so I give a shout out to my North High School and Kinston High. I grew up in the area, so.
Okay, where the ball players came at. Stackhouse and all of the others that I remember when I moved down to Pitt County. You really judge how much you could play by the guys from Kinston.
Yes.
And if they, oftentimes we would come and summer league play at Rose High and other plays, Fifth Street, or go to Kinston. But if you're gonna play ball, you gotta be able to play in Kinston, North Carolina. So after high school, what happened? What did you go?
After high school, I tried to college a little bit. I guess
Where did you go?
I did the community college and tried to go to A&T for like a half a semester, but
a half semester.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So I didn't even know about this. So was it Lenore Community College?
Yes.
So Lenore Community College, then to A&T.
Yes. No, A&T. Then I came back to Lenore.
Half a semester.
Yeah.
Oh wow! So that must have been some fun time at A&T.
Yeah, it was. I felt out that I didn't want to waste my mom money and.
So don't tell me, were you over at Sky Hall or something like that? Or
yes, I was. I didn't get I was wasting money, so I decided I need to take a new route. So.
Ain't no shame to that.
Yeah, ain't no shame
to that. I mean, so you got there at A&T. Let's talk about that. I mean, being real, let's talk about how sometimes this is what you plan to do, but things happen.
Yes.
And you said to yourself, look, I've been here. This ain't it.
This ain't it.
I ain't ready for that.
No.
Is there any shame into understanding that sometimes you got a plan, but sometimes that plan doesn't work?
Nah. No, it really ain't. At first, I was kind of ashamed because I'm not pursuing my goal like I wanted to. The goal I thought I had in mind for me, but like always, there's always somebody got another goal for a plan route for you to take.
Absolutely. And so after A&T, Lenore Community College, what's next?
I tried to workforce company jobs for a little while, IBM and companies like that in Durham. And then I decided to join the Marine Corps.
Hoorah! That's where I was trying to get. Now, that's where I was trying to get us to. I had to go through all of that to get us to the real deal, the United States Marine Corps. Why? So why did you decide to do the United States Marine Corps?
To me, it was like the elite branch. To me, I know it's going to distill me the discipline, still me the hard work ethic that my family kind of still into me already. So, and I wanted to join the best. So I decided.
And you said that, I didn't have to say that. So I know we're going to get some heat. You do realize we're probably going to get there's going to be some people after this interview. We're going to get some likes and some dislikes because of that. But I'm all right with it. We ain't scared because I think it says the few and the proud, the Marine Corps. Yeah. Okay. But so what did you do in the Marine Corps?
In the Marine Corps, I was I wanted to go in as a police officer, but I changed my feeling after I got out of boot camp and I did a crash fire and rescue.
Okay.
What that is working on the airfield when planes land and take off or something happens with a plane. We firemen go out there and we put the fire out and rescue the pilots.
So you really went in and started public safety as a fireman then?
Yes.
Doing that. So that means you had to get stationed usually at a air base, Cherry Point, El Toro. When I was out in California, I was at Pendleton, but I spent a lot of time at El Toro. So where did you get sent in?
My first do stuff with Cherry Point.
Okay.
I left Cherry.
So nowhere from home.
Nowhere from home.
You could be at home in an hour and a half.
Right up the street from the house.
Right.
Then I went south, branched out a little bit, went to Quantico.
Oh, wow. So Quantico, Virginia and all. What, as you are, if someone is watching us tonight, a young man, young lady who maybe when they started, they had goals and aspirations of college right then. Would you agree that sometimes college is not the best thing for everyone? The moment you leave from high school, sometimes you're just not ready for that.
Yes. Cause while I was in the Marine Corps, after I left Quantico, I became a recruiter. And a recruiter, I had to go to a lot of people's houses.
So you went to recruiter school?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's serious. You know, if I had stayed in, I was going to my track because I wanted to get promoted to staff and even gunny was going to be to go to either the drill field or recruiting. Yeah. And in Marine Corps, that's the only choices we have. If you want to meritoriously get promoted on up, after if you can get meritorious sergeant, you got to go to the drill field or recruiting.
Yes.
And you went to recruiting.
Went to recruiting school.
Woo, how was that?
It was definitely good training. I love the training. It was done in San Diego, California.
Yeah. MCRD.
Yeah. I got to see we call the Hollywood Marines, they graduate.
Yeah, they get shades.
Yeah.
They get sunglasses and things like that. Now they do tell me about Mount Mother. Now I don't know what you want to put with Mount Mother, but I got all of that they said. So how was that though? How was that? San Diego, right across. I know they kept y'all in class a lot, but you know, Tijuana was, you could walk across to Tijuana from there.
Tijuana, you just we can.
Yeah.
But San Diego was real. It was like we say, it was Hollywood. It was only difference between them, but we, you know, Paris Island, we had to deal with the sand fleas and stuff like that. And,
yes, sir.
But there was pretty much hills, a lot of hills and stuff like that. So
yes, sir.
They had to do a lot of hills, but it was nice. San Diego was real nice. The school was excellent, probably one of the top schools I've been to, education wise. It was a very good school. But after that, I came out and I learned how to college is not for everybody. I did a lot of speeches at the college when talking about recruiting, and a lot of them that's struggling going to college that first semester, they decided to switch over to the Marine Corps.
So when I think about applying that word, which I think sometimes you have to go through first and have an experience that then help others. Do you think your experience of having gone to A&T, then gone to Lenore, and then going to the Marine Corps, you could identify better with some of the people who might have been in college and were struggling that first semester?
Oh, yes. I get to see both sides of the fields. I kind of experienced the college life a little bit, a taste of it, before I went to the Marine Corps. I experienced the work life too. So I had a little taste of both. So when somebody can ask me, I can tell them, look, I tried it.
Right.
It's not for everybody, college, but I also encourage guys, because people don't know, and a lot of people didn't know at the time, that while you in college, when in the Marine Corps or any branch of service, no matter what, you can go to college for free.
Absolutely.
So I tell people, take advantage of it. And,
absolutely.
And I know a lot of people, I encourage when I talk to recruits, people that are trying to join the military, I always push that college. Take advantage of the college while you in service. That way, it don't cost you a dime. It's not hurting your family pocket. You're not paying the big jump money after you graduate and stuff like that.
So you had to go in the home sometime, or families came to your office.
I had to go in the home
and recruit. So you had to go in there and tell this mom, grandma, or dad, they're going to go into the most elite force that's out there. How was that? What was that like? We're going to get a lot of dislikes going on. I believe that.
The good thing about our branch of service, everybody know our uniform.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It stands out amongst any other uniform.
Absolutely. The dress blues. Come on, man. Come on, man. I know. We're going to get a lot of dislikes. I mean.
So when when I had to go in somebody's house in a dress blue uniform, they see it and it stands out. Professionalism, excellism. I mean, it's all that stuff stands out when they see you come in, because the way we carry ourselves as a Marine.
Absolutely.
So it automatically let them know that we're all about profession, and we can try to get the best out of your son or daughter or whoever decided to join our branch.
And so the Marine Corps, you didn't even have to sell the Marine Corps.
No, I didn't.
The Marine Corps sold itself.
Yeah, it sold itself.
Absolutely. Do you think, though, that there's a lot of praying and everything else? I didn't even talk about Paris Island. Ooh. You brought up Paris Island, those at least 12 weeks, if you don't get recycled.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was, like I said, especially in the Marine Corps, when I first got there, man, I was like, what in the world have I got myself into?
So them yellow footprints.
No footprint.
Of course, you fly in there and you fly into the airport, and all of a sudden they ride you around in a bus, on a bus, until it's wee hours of the morning.
Yes.
And then you get to Paris Island. And you get the yellow footprints. And then it's on.
It's on.
How much praying took place at Paris Island?
It was a lot of praying. Lord knows it was a lot of praying. I had a chance to go to church. I was at church every Sunday. I said, Lord, will you?
Yes, sir. I went to multiple religious services. I mean, whatever service they had on Sunday, sir. I was in there. I was a Protestant, Catholic, everything else on that, because you really get a closeness.
Yes.
Sometimes I think the tougher things in life, and when you don't have your parents, so it's really one of your times that you ain't gonna talk to them. First of all, once you get there,
it's over.
There's no calling and talking to no parents, or on Sunday calling them. So you better know somebody for yourself, and I think you better know God for yourself.
Yes,
absolutely. So you got out, you recruited. Then I guess at some point you decided that you're going to get out of the Marine Corps.
Yes. Unfortunately, while I was in the Marine Corps, before I went to the Marine Corps, it's a crazy thing. Before I went to the Marine Corps, my father had passed.
Oh, wow.
And I had already signed my paperwork and stuff about to go to the Marine Corps. And I was like, man, I can't do it now because my mom's home and I'm the youngest child. So most of everybody left.
So you're the baby?
Yeah, I'm the baby. So mom's like, no, son, go ahead. I think it'd be best for you. I think it'd make you what you is a better person. I was like, okay. So I joined, and in the time I was in there, it definitely, like I said, it was probably the best thing I ever moved out.
Made you a man.
Made me a man.
Absolutely. Gave you work ethics.
Definitely gave me work ethics.
And definitely discipline.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But my mom had caught cancer real bad, and I decided to move back home, and it was right at my 8-year mark. A little after my 8-year mark for me to re-up again. And I decided to go back home and help out around the house.
And I guarantee you, though you would have missed the Marine Corps, but it's some about mom and some about family.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Oh, family is, I guess my mom definitely, she kept us in the church. So we was in the church from high to singing in the choir to ushering to everything in the church. It was something that we had to go to 3-4 times a week.
Right. No choice.
No choice.
Right.
Get in the car, let's go.
Right. And if we hear any other concerns, we can deal with those, but you're still getting in the car and you're still going. Wow. So you get out, you're there to help your mom.
Yeah.
And you still got to work though.
Yes.
So what did you decide to do after that?
When I did get out, my thing was to actually be a state trooper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I signed up for the state trooper. When I signed up, though, the class was getting in the class was so long. I think one of my friends said, the prison hound. I said, I'll probably try that until
the
class, Highway Patrol class opened up, and I switch over to that. But once I got in it,
you loved it.
I loved it. I liked it. I loved it. So
how many years with being there and working in correction?
Right now it's 18 years.
18 years in correction. Wow. I guess my question was now questionable. It's not questionable between you and I of elite, but and how special you have to be in the Marine Corps. But I do think you have to be special to hear every day those cell doors shut and be in there. What was that like?
Ooh, them first couple of years, I was like, wow, I might well stay in the Marine Corps. This is this is tough here.
Where, if you don't mind me sharing, where did you start?
My first start as prison called Maury. It's a close custody maximum security.
Down in Greene County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 1,500 man facility. I mean, it was serious. It's
close custody. So these are, I think there's two other ones in Greene County, but this is the toughest of the toughest.
Yes.
Wow. How did praying come up?
You definitely better know how to pray working up in there. But we had a good group of people I worked with. We definitely had each other back, so it was a good thing. But yes, inmates, they commit murders in there. Rapists and all that type of stuff is in there. So you see all these different type of people that you meet on a daily basis, and you got to know your surroundings. And good thing about the Marine Corps, it taught me I'll be aware of my surroundings, so I'm always.
So you always got your bearing. You ain't never slipping, because you slip in there.
Yeah.
It could be death.
Definitely,
yeah. So 18 years. What does that journey look like? Because I think that, so you start off, everyone, you don't always have to start it, but you start off at CO1, I guess, and then you make your way up. So what was that journey like?
That journey was, I started as an officer, and in 2 years, back then you were able to take the sergeant exam to be a sergeant.
Okay.
And I took the sergeant exam and I passed it my first time, and I was like, okay, I'm able to be a sergeant now, so I can start applying for a sergeant position. And so I applied for a sergeant position just about a little out of 2 years, and I made sergeant.
Which is that's slim.
It's slim.
I mean, because usually that would take 4 or 5 years. Yes. Some people 10 to 15 years. Some will never become a sergeant.
Yes.
So 2 years, you're now in. But I think the Marine Corps, and we're gonna get a lot of dislikes anyway already. I already gonna get some dislike. But I think the Marine Corps, I remember from the start, day one, everybody's a leader.
Yeah.
Even if you are leader of this or whatever, you're a leader. Did that help?
That helped most likely. That did the most help, because when I was in the Marine Corps, when I was a E3, when I was a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps, I had this NCO, E4, at a time that I'm trying to figure out how he got promoted to NCO, and I really kind of bucked the system one time against him, and he went and reported me to my master sergeant and my chief warrant officer at the time, and I was like, okay. And at the time, people don't know the Marine Corps, we strictly by the book, even though my master sergeant is, me and him was like basketball, we played ball together.
And still, we by the book.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because that's an E4, that's a NCO, and you're a Lance, but you might be eligible for an NCO, but you're not that yet.
Yep. He took me in the office, him and my master sergeant, they chewed me out probably for about 30, 40 minutes. I mean, I'm sweating and like, what in the world have I got myself into?
Yes, sir.
But good thing about it is, after he chewed me out in front of Lance Corporal, after NCO, rather, the Corporal had for like 30 minutes, he told the Corporal to get out, and he sat me down. He said, "How I'm going to tell you, in your career, in your life, no matter what, if you stay in the Marine Corps, get out of the Marine Corps, you're going to have supervisors that you wonder how they got that position, and that they're going to be sorry, they're going to know what they're doing. But if you don't want them to supervise you, you need to put yourself in a predicament where you be above them, so you won't have to worry about going through all them headaches a lot of people go through."
So really what he was telling you then is, if you want to know how he got there, you go do the same thing and beat them to the punch. Wow. So that's why sergeant in 2 years.
Yeah.
How long did you stay sergeant?
Sergeant, when I got sergeant, I was...
Now, did you stay at Maury also?
Yes, I was still at Maury when I got promoted to sergeant. I think about 4 years later, my goal was to stay at sergeant my whole career. Because after you get to another rank, it's
you may not be necessarily with the people.
Yeah.
You're more administrative.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, but my warden at the time, he had asked me, because once you get past sergeant, you go into what you call a payway, straight salary. There's no overtime and like that. You just straight. So I was like, okay, I like overtime.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
But my warden told me that he pushed me to be a assistant unit manager. So I moved to assistant unit manager after that.
Okay, so you didn't do the lieutenant route.
No.
You went to the assistant unit manager
route.
Okay. All right.
I stayed assistant unit manager probably about a year and a half, 2 years. And I went to lieutenant.
Oh, wow.
And I switched back over to
lieutenant. So you're on the fast track.
Yeah, I was on the fast track.
Okay.
I think I passed sergeant. I have made my mind. I got to go on the fast track to get back the money I can make when I was making overtime.
It's amazing what were the incentives.
Yeah.
Sometimes people want position, but you're about, look, man, I got to make that money back.
Yes.
Because all that overtime that I can make, let me go back as a lieutenant.
Yes. And also...
well, not go back as a lieutenant, but get promoted to a lieutenant. Yeah. Yes.
And the funny thing about it is when I was a sergeant, my warden came up. They have like 4 positions for assistant unit managers open, and he asked me to apply for it. He thought everybody thought I was gonna apply for it because I was a senior sergeant at the time, and I'm like, no, that's not for me. So after the interview for the position, and my warden called me and asked why I didn't apply for the job, I told him I don't think I make more money they do. I'm not gonna take that route.
Right.
So he put me underneath this guy that gonna push me to get promoted.
So here's a Georgia term that you'll understand in Kinston. He helped you.
Yeah, he helped me.
He helped you to get on over. I'll help you next time. Yeah. I guarantee. How long did it take you to apply then?
About 6 months. I said, absolutely.
That's a smart. Yeah. Look, that's a smart one.
Yeah. And so I applied for it, and I made assistant unit manager that time. And then after that, I made a fast track up
lieutenant
to lieutenant.
Still at Maury.
Still at Maury.
Wow. Then what next? I mean,
after I got lieutenant, I decided to try to train prisons and get a new environment. So I went to NCCLW Women Prison.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's totally different.
Totally different. Whole different atmosphere. Oof. Whole different.
Yeah, from Maury
to close cuts to women. That was a big change.
Yes, sir.
But I met one of my best friends there that passed was a member of your church, Mr. Walls.
Yeah, Marcus, man. Wow. We love some Marcus Wall. We just, by the way, his son, I just married his son a few weeks ago. Yeah. He's married now and just is happy. And by the way, he's following after that law enforcement track. He's a officer now in Asheboro.
Wow. That's
great. Yeah. With Marcus Wall, what a guy.
Yeah.
We still will always, in fact, we have awards named after Marcus Wall.
Wow.
We give out every year. That's the impact he made. So you met him, picked up LT. What happened after that?
A couple of my friends back at Maury, they had a captain position come up, and they was calling me and a few other captains said, man, you need to come back to Maury and be a captain and help us run the prison. I'm like, man, I got it easy down here.
Well, we hope none of them are looking,
But I decided that, okay, my goal was at that time where I was trying to make warden. So in order for me to make warden, I had to go through the captain and all that. So I went back to Maury as a captain.
So what was that like? Now, you've been away for a while. You've been skating in Raleigh, and now you got to go back down to Maury. Yeah. What was that like?
It was a big change, another big change, but they knew me as very professional, knew my job and stuff like that. So,
and what I thought was powerful, what you just said, is that your reputation caused them to call you to say, why don't you apply and come back and help us? How big is it to have a positive reputation?
I think it's big. Once people know your work ethic, know your character and stuff like that, and they call you, I mean, it speaks a volume that you're doing something right.
Wow. So then now captain, but you said you had a goal to be a warden.
Yes.
But there's captain, that's 2 or 3 levels up.
2 more levels up.
To get to warden.
Yeah.
So what happened then?
At that time, I stayed at Captain Maury for a little while. I was in a job, in a task that people want me to do. I try to learn it, get to learn the best of my ability, because my goal was to be a warden. So it was a social warden job opened up. I think like 2 years later, about 2 years later, I picked up captain in Sanford. And
so now you have to move to Sanford.
Yeah.
Wow. And you pick up
social warden at Sanford.
Social warden at Sanford, which is on the way to what your ultimate goal was. Yeah. And then you stayed there how long?
A little over a year. Yeah, a little over a year. I got to Sanford, and the good thing about Sanford was at the time it came by a new agency, which everybody trying to be. They want everybody to be ACA accreditation, the American Association accreditation part. So it's this very big audit they want us to go through.
Right.
And my goal was to make sure they get past that audit, so I can.
And they did.
Yeah.
So recently, did you finally get to your ultimate goal?
Yes. Now I'm the warden at Johnson Correctional.
I want to congratulate you. So the young man that went to A&T for half a semester, then get to LCC and say, right now, this is not it.
Yeah. You
now are at the highest level you could be in the prison system without being an upper.
Yep.
You're a warden. Congratulations. What does that look like? How much prayer goes into it?
That's prayer every
day. So
day.
that means even when you're not there, ultimately you're responsible for every inmate, every person that's there.
Yes.
Even the officers.
Officer, inmates, staff, people that come inside of my facility, I'm responsible for them.
What does that look like on a daily? How stressful is that?
That can be stressful, but good thing about it, I know God for myself. So
you know how to pray.
I know how to pray.
You don't have to wait till Sunday.
Yes.
Because if I was there, because do you find yourself even leaving and like, Lord, keep everything in check?
Yes.
While I'm gone. Because ultimately, the deputy directors and they're going to be looking at you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, things happen in the prison.
Yes.
Wow. So I'm not going to ask what's next, because honestly, you took the advice of that master sergeant. Yeah. I think that's probably the best thing that master sergeant ever told you. That incident that you had with that corporal probably was, would you say that was one of the best things that could ever happen to you?
Yes.
Because it showed you.
It showed you. Yeah, it definitely.
That you got to always respect. Man, in conclusion, what would you say to somebody tonight who might be listening, who maybe life didn't happen like they thought it was initially? What would you tell them tonight?
I would definitely tell them that sometimes God got a better plan for you at an even higher level. So sometimes you just got to be patient. Take the course. And keep God first. And as long as you keep God first, take the course that He got you going in, He gonna steer you in the right direction.
Wow. And would you take anything for your journey?
Ooh, nothing. It's been a pleasure journey. I definitely enjoyed it. There's some bumps and roads like any journey you're gonna take. It's gonna be some times that you're gonna want to say, nah, this is definitely not for me. But sometimes you got to let God give you the right direction, because people don't know before I picked up sergeant, I finally quit the prison. I hit a nice big bump in the road, and I told my mom that, I think it was on a Monday, I said, Friday, my last day, Mom, I can't do this. And I told her I wouldn't quit that Monday rather. But she told me, he says, do me a favor, wait till Friday. I said, Mom, what can be the difference between Monday and Friday? You talking about 5 days. And my mom was a praying lady. She said, just wait till Friday. Can you wait till Friday for me? And God forbid, I love Mama death. Friday came, I was promoted sergeant in 2.5 years.
So the answer is, and you're still there 18 years later.
18 years later, I'm still there, and I'm the
So the Friday have come and gone. And I know the tears that you have, Lamont. I know it's time. We're going to meet some other time. But I know the tears you got is the missing of your mom, who recently passed away. Now it's been over a year now, right? Wow. And I know you miss her, but sometimes I think in life, you still remember.
Yes.
Those simple words, wait till Friday.
Yeah.
I want to tell somebody tonight as we bring that to conclusion, maybe you want to quit. Maybe you're thinking about, I'm done today. Wait till Friday. And look, Lamont waited till Friday. He's now warden at Jefferson Correction. Man, I'll see y'all next time. Spoken like a Marine. Hoorah. Have a good night.